Mass flow?
Massification involves grouping together flows of goods from multiple businesses to ship them to the same destination, in order to optimize the fill rate of transport units. But what's the point of massification, you ask? Massification provides a solution to two major current issues, by reducing the number of vehicles on the road and favoring transportation by train. CO2 emissions are considerably reduced. Massification requires links between the different players in the supply chain and the development of common tracking tools, which improves the traceability of flows. But I've completely forgotten my manners. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Roman, a massification expert, and I've been entrusted with the task of explaining massification methodology to you. To do so, I'll take you through the different steps that must be followed before a train sets off with goods from several businesses. Are you ready? Let's get started. Gathering and educating shippers. The first step is essential for the project. It will enable the shippers to meet each other and create a solid working group. Essentially, a shipper, also known as a manufacturer or dealer, is the owner of the goods entrusted to a carrier to be shipped from one place to another on behalf of a customer. Before this initial meeting, an outreach effort must be carried out on a group of shippers in order to bring together as many participants as possible. It is recommended to have a neutral body oversee these meetings. This external organization can serve as a stable reference point throughout the project. The purpose of this meeting is to present in detail the massification process and create a trusting atmosphere. Collect, analyze shipper data, and identify the destination. The shippers involved in the massification process have provided data on their activity, origins, destinations, product types and volumes, to the neutral body for detailed analysis. The results of the analysis carried out by the neutral body are then presented to the shippers. The analysis will determine the major common destinations, and together, the shippers will choose the destination used for the massification of their flows. Study the technical and financial feasibility. The destination selected by the shippers must be the subject of extensive research, in order to understand the characteristics and particularities of the line, before beginning any concrete actions. This work can be entrusted to an external service provider, familiar with the destination. The service provider will analyze any physical obstacles located on the line, and will determine a cost per transportation unit, based on the train's fill rate. To be absolutely sure, there's nothing better than a visit to the terminal to meet the key contact persons, observe the terminal's activity and infrastructure. The neutral body can carry out this visit, and report its observations to the shippers. Analyze return flows. Massification must not be envisioned in just one direction. The identification of return flows is an essential factor in optimizing transport costs. That's why we must also identify shippers in the country of the terminals selected, raise their awareness, and analyze their data. Integrating transport operators. Massification does not just involve shippers, it involves all of the players in the supply chain. To develop a massified line, we must rely on the terminal manager, the railway operators, who ensure that trains are available, and logistics providers who will be responsible for transport upstream and downstream of the massified transport. The shippers will meet with the different operators, and together, they will choose the players who will operate on their massified line. Formalize the contract between the actors. The signing of the agreements represents the final, essential step, as it commits the players to the project for the massified transportation of goods by train. It's at this time that they finalize the cost per transport unit, the volumes that will be provided by the shipper, their shipping frequencies. This stage ensures that the shippers and operators remain involved for a certain period of time. The massified line has now been finalized, and it's time to load and start the train.